It's not going to create any of those. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to use this opportunity to welcome you to the Lennie Robbins YouTube channel. Know your politics. Let's come together to create a better understanding by really listening to what our politicians are saying, so we in effect can have in a better position to actually listen and watch what they do. I want to jump onto a YouTube posting that I saw earlier on YouTube. I was scrolling through and came upon this, and I have to comment on it because it touches home for me. This posting was delivered by a channel by the name of One Avenue, and the presenter initially in One Avenue, his opening comment was that he wants us to listen to how Warmington, I'm going to say either destroy or disrespect Mr. Morgan Nestor Morgan from the PNP. But between Morgan and Warmington, they had a question answer. Warmington was seeking answers to some questions that he had and things that he's trying to get at for more than a year now, he says, which he has a right to do. No one can complain that. But what surprises me was the headline: Warmington disrespect or either disrespect or destroy Nestor Morgan. I continue to say this, ladies and gentlemen, that if we continue and try to educate Jamaica from a JLP perspective or from a PNP perspective, are we really helping the country? Are we helping our political process? Are we creating solidarity amongst our people? Because remember, irrespective of, this is what is very important for me. People have lost touch of their personal self, in the sense that if you're a JLP, you're a dirty boy, you're a dirty JLP. If you're a PNP, you're a criminal boy. Why? We have lost sense of our personal identity, forgetting that we are all one people. We forget that when it comes to politics. We are not one people when it comes to politics. But in our support for political parties, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot afford to lose our personal identity. We cannot afford to lose our dignity. We can't afford to give that up. We can't afford to give up our character. We can't afford to hang our soul out there on the line for politicians. This doesn't make sense. And I'm imploring all Jamaicans home and abroad, talk about this amongst your friends and family as much as you can, as often as you can. You understand? For too long we think that because you're a JLP supporter, you're a this or you're that, or if you're a PNP supporter, you're this or that. No, we can't classify people like that. And tomorrow when the both of us is hungry, we're looking at each other for something. Anyway, let me get into the video posting from One Avenue. It was all about Warmington asking some questions, like I said, and getting answers to a lot of stuff. But I'm cherry picking some things based on Warmington. At one point in the discussion, I heard Warmington demanding from Mr. Morgan, demanding that he need answers to this and he need answers to that. And I'm saying to myself, he says he needs these answers. And he needs the facts and he needs them now. He's speaking on behalf of the people of Southwestern St. Catherine. Because he has represented, and that's the reason why he has been there for them for years, because he's a good representative. What kind of good representative are you, Warmington? And let me say this to you, sir. I'd love for you to see this video and someone send you a copy of this video. Forward it to you. I didn't come to Old Harbour. I was born there. I grew up there. I went to school there. I've never worked in Old Harbour. But all my life, my brothers, my mother, my father, all of us grew up in Old Harbour. I still have brother living in Old Harbour right now. And in my family, there was PNP and JLP. But you tell me, Mr. Warmington, since you have been in Old Harbour and as a sitting MP for Southwestern St. Catherine, what have you done for Old Harbour? Name me one good thing that you have done for Old Harbour that has increased employment, that has been changes to the better quality changes to the lives of people in southwestern St. Catherine. Name me one thing. I know where your office is, sir. You understand? I know where your office is. Because I can bet you if I ask you what was there in 1960, you don't know. You have no idea what was there. You'd have to go research and find someone to tell you that. And it is very strange to know that you're demanding answers on behalf of the southwestern St. Catherine people you represent. Because what you're talking about, the projects you're talking about, is within your constituents. And I know all the water pumping station you're talking about and the wells you talk about, boss. We know all of them from where boy I run up and down and play in a bush a catch ass and a ride. Ass in a bush and all of them something. When Marley and the whole soccer band, all of what them call them, all them place, and when all of them place going back up to Bannister, Mr. Rowan property all the way back in the hills, we know when all of that was bush, Warmington. And we used to run those places when bush holiday time come from school. So we know, I know all the wells and everything you're talking about, boss. You understand? We know everything. So we know why, I know exactly why you're talking. And what I noticed though, Warmington, you raise the issue with Jamaica boilers and the piece of land that they have in Old Harbour, that you want the government to Jamaica boilers to sell to the government so you guys can erect the new government center right there. But they refuse, according to you. I'm not saying you're lying, but based on what you said in that video, in that presentation on YouTube, Jamaica boilers don't want to sell it. They want to exchange it for a piece of land abutting the highway somewhere in Bogles there. I don't know exactly where it is. But you talk about somewhere in Bogles. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, here's why I keep saying it is important to listen to what politicians are saying. It's even more important to watch what they do. Here's what Warmington is not telling anyone. I was not saying in his demand for answers on all this Jamaica boiler thing, land issue. The very land you want Jamaica boilers to sell to the government, Warmington, the piece of land on which your office is situated right now is a part of that very same land. It is a part of that very same land, Warmington. And we can go back into the history of all of that land, because I don't think you know it like me. We're going back from the days when it was the old race track in Jamaica. When Trevor Mackenzie and David Mackenzie and the trainer Alty Mackenzie and all of those people, and Barry Dawes' father, Mr. Dawes, and Sophie Dragon, Mr. Thomas and all them people, and my brother Fraser, Stanley Coate, Neville Cosley, Arthur Joe, all them people used to ride. Jim Jackie used to be riding races out there. Long time. Until they abandoned it, moved the races to Caymanas Park. The whole race stand is still there. Still stand at a monument. And I understand that Jamaica pipe, you remember that the whole asbestos factory was there too. The pipe factory, asbestos pipes. And because of cancer alerts and all of these things, the whole thing went out production. Jamaica boilers must have acquired it after. But I can ask you this question, sir. The piece you're on right now, where your office is, you don't know what was there in 1960. You're older than me, Warmington, but I know you don't know what was there in 1960. And I say this to you because I didn't come to Old Harbour, Warmington. You came to Old Harbour. Let us talk about Old Harbour now. I was born there. I grew up there. And I challenge you. I can get to you anytime I want to. And I will sit in front of inside your office and we go live. Whether Facebook, YouTube, however you want to stream, we want to stream live. And you explain to me what one meaningful thing you have done to that constituency ever since you've been there that has helped to change the lives of people. Or the constituents. Not just any particular people on the time you give this man, send this man's son to school. We don't want to hear that bullshit because that man alone couldn't get you in office. What have you done for the constituency, Warmington? But yet you're talking about Mandela Highway. You're talking about Portmore. You're talking about everything. And you're talking about how St. Catherine Wells and pump stations, I mean, your constituency, Wells, didn't get the importance it should get. I don't know. This is election mode, so I don't know who you're fooling. And you want answers to all of those questions. Why was the NWC, NIC, FC, Factories Commission, or whatever they want to call themselves, you call them, National Irrigation Commission, National Water Commission, all these places. What has been happening? I say, sir, that at one point you were the Minister of Works. I don't know if you still is. You were the Minister of Work in this present administration. What did you do for Old Harbour? The livelihood in Old Harbour Bay was so much better, buddy. Even when you took it over, the constituents. Even when you became the MP, Old Harbour Bay was such a vibrant, lively community. What is happening to that area under your watch? And ladies and gentlemen, let me point this out clearly. Remember last year after the parochial election was over and Kurt Wall. I don't know Kurt Wall, I know his father. I don't know the son. When he won that seat, and Warmington remarks, no PMP shall spend my money. And in that comment, Warmington, something was overlooked. No one commented on it. Even myself who made some comments then. I didn't even look at it until now I'm rehashing this whole thing that you said. And to be honest, you said that with intent. And on purpose you made that comment. Because like you said, you have been in that constituency for so long. You're now convinced yourself that any money allocated to any project, for any developmental project or social infrastructure or social program for that constituency is your money. You determine how it is spent. And you're damn right to do that. Because the people of the constituents sit back, listen to your political promises and your campaign speeches, and when nothing happens, they say nothing. Everybody just goes about their business as if they don't care. But come tomorrow, everybody jump on the bandwagon again. And so, yeah, we're going to vote for Warmington. Let me say something, Warmington, because I'm ready to come to Old Harbour and challenge you any day. Pose a challenge to you. Let us have a real discussion about what you have been doing for the constituency, what you plan to do. I don't think there's not argument and word out there now. Because I know you have a personal interest in government acquiring that piece of land from Jamaica Boilers. You understand? But you can't share this publicly. But you have a personal interest in that. You understand? And you're looking at a down the road financial benefit from that piece of land. Because you have plans it for yourself. I don't think we don't hear about the plazas, the modern 21st century plaza you're planning to build upon retirement in Old Harbour. And I said to myself, people right out of your office said the same thing. Let me tell you something. You won't know it, but people right out of your office said the same. I've said it. Remember Warmington? I didn't came to Old Harbour. I was born there. I grew up there. And we grew up in Old Harbour in a time when Old Harbour is nice. Everybody know everybody. No war, no fight, no nothing. Everybody know everybody. That's the time we grew up in Old Harbor, brother. You understand? And I know for all the plans you have in Old Harbor, the big plaza you want to build, 21st Modern Day Plaza. Because when I heard it, I said to myself, Lord Jesus, this man has already ripped off the constituency for so many years. And even in retirement, you want to set up business to continue to suck the blood, financial blood of the people, so you can continue to live as the oligarch you're aiming to be. Wilmington, like I said, I would really love to meet with you and we have a open discussion. And you tell me what you have done for your constituency. One good thing that the benefits ripples across the constituency. One good thing. One thing. And let us talk. I also heard you say something in that about the Spring Village Bridge, Wilmington, and I want you to do something for yourself. I did a video about 3-4 months ago on it because it was published in the Gleaner that work started on the Spring Village Bridge. Work as we started on the Spring Village Bridge. That was published in the Gleaner. I promised myself, Wilmington, to really subscribe to the archives of the Daily Gleaner, which I have not done yet. And I think that's why, that's why I haven't gotten the information I think I stick right now I'm speaking. Because I'm just speaking from memory. Nothing prepared. And that bridge was published as now under construction. So it was good to hear both you and the other gentleman agreeing that work didn't start, and for whatever reason, he gave one reason, you gave another reason. Because the PMP is never going to blame themselves for anything, and neither is the JLP going to blame themselves for everything. So you gave one reason, he gave one reason. You understand? But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm throwing these little things out there for us to start to look, because I don't want to throw too many things at your brain one at a time, because living in Jamaica is stressful enough. It's stressful enough. To make a living in Jamaica is already such a stressful thing. To pay your bills, to eat properly, to buy the quality food and what you need to do and all of these things. Get your children out to school. Give them the quality education and quality opportunities they need. That is stressful enough. I just want to give you little bits and pieces of things, a little at a time. And that's my aim, because listen to what these politicians are saying. Listen to what they are saying. Now, look at the bridge. The Spring Village Bridge has been down for years. Now, reconstruction was actually in the pipeline to start, but for whatever reason it stops. So the Gleaner got word that it was going to start. The Gleaner made a publication about it, but then it didn't start. But Nestor Morgan gave one set of reasons why it didn't start. Wilmington gave another set of reasons why it didn't start. Ladies and gentlemen, where are we as people? And let us ask the real question then. Does the JLP or the PMP stop to think of the cost to the people of Spring Village? Do they worry about the inconvenience of this to Spring Village people? Have they worried about it? Do they care? They don't care. They don't. Because why should such a bridge then? Because Wilmington has complained that a meeting he made with certain agency from last year, February, was not convened. And this is now February, it's now March, over a year, so he's demanding answer. When the very bridge under his responsibility when he was Minister of Works. For so many years, work has not yet even started on that bridge. And he has the audacity to come and to explain to the gentleman on the other side, oh, don't talk about construction. I'm an engineer. I'm a construction specialist. Warmington, you're no damn construction specialist. And you may go to any school you want to go to learn your trade. Or to study what you study. You're no specialist in what you do, buddy. There are people out there who have never spent a day in a university doing construction or engineer who can make you look like a damn fool with what you're talking about. You don't need to, I don't know what you're doing when you say what impression you're trying to create or what you're trying to get across to the other gentleman there, Morgan. When you're telling him, oh, you can frighten him with that. But notice how all you're talking, Warmington, the man kept laughing and chuckling behind everything you're saying because they know you're a liar. And you may not be lying. I'm not saying you're a liar, I know. They assume you're a liar, full-time, not a part-time liar. And it may be so, it may not be so, because I'm not here to say you're a liar, because I'm not here to curse PNP or JLP or curse out none of you members, but I'm just here to speak the facts that it is. And if you're demanding answers for your personal responsibility or projects or whatever your ministry is responsible for, then the people of Southwest and Catching, and I want to shout out to all of you guys and say this. You have now the responsibility and the right to demand from Warmington to tell you what he has done and what is there for you to look forward to. Because the election is coming up. Why should you now vote for him again? When over all these years, nothing has changed in your life, but you continue to vote for the same man. If this isn't stupidity, you tell me what it is. That's the definition of stupidity, people. I just want to use this opportunity to say to all Jamaicans who are planning to vote, not just planning to vote, all registered voters in Jamaica, please, turn out at the election. Irrespective of which party you want to vote for, that's not my concern, because these are the two entrenched parties already there, because UIC is not doing one crap for themselves. They seem not to even understand how to market themselves from this perspective. But I'm appealing you this opportunity to appeal to voters and say, listen, support the poll, turn out in your numbers, turn out in your hundreds, thousands. And if you have a turnout in millions, give them one of the largest voter turnout in the election in the history of Jamaica. Give it to them. Because when you do that, you're sending a message to whomever wins the government, who comes out of the ruling government party for the next 5 years. By turning out in your numbers at the poll, cast a vote for who you don't cast a vote because you're a registered JLP or a registered PNP. That's the only thing I would ask you. Don't cast a vote because you support PNP, you love PNP, you love JLP. Cast your vote because you understand what you're voting for. You understand the purpose why you need to vote. Not the reason. Because the reason people will confuse reasons. But when you look at the purpose of voting, it's a lot clearer. I don't want to matter. Why did you vote? Why I love the PNP? Why did you vote? I love the PNP. You understand? I hear some message on YouTube, people running away the project. Oh, a question. Oh, what's this guy named Andre something or another? He's dissecting and he's this and that with polls that Dan Anderson carry on. Dan Anderson asks a question. I'm going to show you all these things. You know these people are being paid behind the scene. Dan Anderson conducts a poll and asks a question. If the election should call, no. You're the operative word in that question. No. Which refers to time. Today. Who would you vote for? 35.4% said the jail, said the PNP. But chances are, if the question was asked, if the election should be called 6 months from today, who would you vote for? Chances are the answer may just be different. So you can't use that as a true measuring stick of what's going to happen come election time, because when the question was asked by Dan Anderson, election was still months away. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to also really look carefully and listen to all these YouTube bloggers and all these things, because Even the way the One Avenue person presented opening comment, make it seem as if he's here to educate Jamaica on behalf of JLP. Andre seems to be educating Jamaica on behalf of PNP. I'm not saying what they're doing is right or wrong. It's their thing, it's their opinion. They go about it their own way. I'm not here to educate no JLP people on behalf of JLP or people on behalf of PNP. I'm educate Jamaicans to know, say, listen, whether JLP or PNP or not, you have a right to good governance. You have a right to equitable distribution of wealth, opportunities, and justice. You have a right to it. So don't vote along party line. Vote for a purpose. Meaningful one that's going to impact your life, give you a chance at a better quality of life. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to use this opportunity once again to say, welcome to Lennie Robbins YouTube show, Know Your Politics. Let's come together to create a better understanding by watching what they do effectively. Just want to ask you, if you listen to this video before you get off the channel, give a like, subscribe, share it, leave your comment. We want this to grow. I really want this to start to reach more Jamaicans. It's absolutely necessary for this to reach more Jamaicans. Because people need to know that they have a choice out there. They have a personal choice in between PNP and JLP. Outside of PNP or JLP, I should say, you have a choice. You have a choice to make for yourself, your destiny. What's going to happen to you if you vote for this government? How will you survive? What have they done in the past? You measure that to what is going to happen in your life. What is happening in your life, and going forward, what you think can change in your life. These are the things you got to ask yourself before you're going. Again, Lennie Robbins, I can't take up much more of your time. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamaicans all over, women abroad. Respect. Now, Mr. Andre Stevenson, or whatever your name, and the gentleman from One Avenue. I'm not here to disparage any one of you guys or rebut anything you're saying, not really. I'm just speaking it from my opinion. It's your opinion you have given. You're entitled to what you're saying. You're entitled to what you're saying on the other fence, and I'm entitled to say what I'm saying also. So enough respect, still enough love. You guys continue to do what you're doing. But if I see and hear anything you guys say that I think I can comment on, I'm going to jump right on it. And please don't be offended. Ladies and gentlemen, Lennie Robbins YouTube channel.